welcoming you to our enjoyable and interesting course, Modern Drama. Happy Eid, and I hope you have spent nice vacation. This is our first lecture after vacation, and in sequence this is lecture number 9. So this is the 9th lecture in our course Modern Drama. Hope you are doing well in your studies, and hope you are enjoying your courses, not only the Modern Drama but also inshallah all the other courses. Today I hope you have already watched the previous lectures. I don't know how many lectures you have got till now, but hope you have watched all of them, and hope that you haven't found any difficulty in understanding any of the items or anything in the previous lectures. And if you have any difficulty either in the previous lectures or in the coming lectures, please do not hesitate to call me during the office hours. You have now my phone number. You can call me during the office hours, which are on Saturday and Sunday, starting at 7 o'clock in the evening till 8:30 in the evening. So Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30, these are my office hours. You are most welcome at any time during these office hours to call me to ask about any thing that you feel that still not clear to you in the lectures. Today inshallah, you know that in the previous lectures we finished already having a comprehensive idea about the play itself, the summary, some of the characters and these things. Today inshallah we will move to another area, which is about the as you can see on the screen, the themes, motives and symbols. Okay, and inshallah you will see something more in the coming lectures, in lecture number 10 also, which we will inshallah try to finish today. In the coming lectures number 11, 12 and 13, we will inshallah explain the text itself. We will go through the text, enjoy reading the text, and you'll see how nice and simple the text is, because we cannot study a play, of course, without studying the text itself, inshallah. So prepare yourself for the enjoyment, for the pleasure that you will inshallah have in studying the text itself by Henrik Ibsen, A Doll's House. Let's have a look at what we have today in this lecture. We have, as I said, something about the themes, motives and symbols. Symbols are objects, characters, figures or colors used to represent abstract or concepts. Concerning the symbols that are used in this play, we have the first symbol is the Christmas tree. You know that the play happened during the Christmas time, and we have the first symbol, which is the Christmas tree. The Christmas tree, a festive object meant to serve a decorative purpose, symbolizes Noura's position in her household as a plaything who is pleasing to look at and adds charm to the home. There are several parallels drawn between Noura and the Christmas tree in the play. Just as Noura instructs the maid that the children cannot see the tree until it has been decorated, she tells Torvald that no one can see her in her dress until the evening of the dance. And this shows the similarity between Noura and the Christmas tree. Also, at the beginning of the second act, after Noura's psychological condition has begun to erode, the stage directions indicate that the Christmas tree is correspondingly disheveled. So you need to know that there is a similarity from these lines. You need to know that there is a similarity between Noura and the Christmas tree. The second symbol is New Year's Day. The action of the play is set at Christmas time, and you need to know this, that the action of the play does not happen during the beginning of the year, or a certain Halloween or some other event, but it happens during the Christmas time. And Nora and Torvald both look forward to New Year's as the start of a new, happier phase in their lives. In the new year, Torvald will start his new job, and he anticipates with excitement the extra money and admiration the job will bring him. Nora also looks forward to Torvald's new job, because she will finally be able to repay his secret debt to Krogstad. Remember, of course, you still remember the story of the debt, the story of the loan, which Nora borrowed, which Nora got or took from the bank, in which Krogstad is working in. And you know, if you still remember how Nora forged the signature of her father, and Krogstad could discover this because she forged the signature, she wrote the signature, she signed the loan or the debt after the death of her father, after 3 days of the death of her father, which of course can never happen this way. So Nora here, as it is written, that she is happy because the new job of Helmer means more money, and more money means that she will be able to give back the money that she got from the bank, from Krogstad himself. By the end of the play, however, the nature of the new start that New Year's represents for Torvald and Nora has changed dramatically, and of course this happened when they got the threatening letter of Krogstad that he is going to uncover, to scandalize them, to make like a public disclosure, telling all the people and telling the police about the forgery, about the money, and about all these things, which means that the new year is not a good start or a happy start to them as they expected at the very beginning. They both must become new people and face radically changed ways of living. Hence, the new year comes to mark the beginning of a truly new and different period on both their lives and their personalities. And of course, the new year here means that they, especially Nora, she becomes a completely different person, a person who is not the same person as we know at the very beginning of the play. She has individuality, she has personality, she's able to take decisions, she's able to decide what to do, to leave the house, to leave her husband, and to leave her children, which means that she is not Nora, the dull wife that we know at the very beginning of the play. And as it's said here, that she has a new life and she has a new personality. Now let's move to another point here, which is about the quotations. This section and this lecture is about important, as you can see from the title that we have here, important quotations explained. So you will have 5 quotations explained with their explanations, and to make things easier and simpler to you, what I need you to do is only to know who said this quotation and to whom. That's all. Okay? So please remember this. I do not want you to study all the things about the explanation of each quotation. What I need you to know or to study is, or to remember, is only to know who said this quotation and to whom he said this quotation. Okay? So and of course the question will be just like giving you the first line or the first sentence, and you will have a question this these words or this quotation said by Noura, Helmer, and so on, or said to Noura, Helmer, or whatever, right? So you need to know this. This is the only thing, and I'll give you an example just to show you more what I actually and exactly need from you to do. So one day I might, yes, many years from now, when I have lost my looks a little, do not laugh. I mean, of course, a time will come when Torvald is not as devoted to me, not quite so happy when I dance for him and dress for him and play with him. So these lines said by whom, you will have here, this is the explanation of this course, of this quotation. So in this quotation from Act 1, Noura, and this is the one who said the quotation, okay, the speaker. So Noura describes to Mrs. Lindy, and who is the listener to whom she speaks? She speaks to Lindy. This is what I exactly need you to know. So you would say that this quotation is said by. So I'll give you, for example, let's return back. I'll take this line, for example, here till here, for example, till looks a little, and then you will have the choices. So these words or these lines said by whom, you will have different names: by Noura, by Lindy, by Helmer, by Rank or Krogstad or whatever, right? So you need to know that these lines said by Noura, right? And you might have the question in another way, which is Noura, this Noura said these lines to whom, and I give you 4 names, okay? So remember again, I do not want you to study all these lines to remember them, because your question in this section in particular will be just who is the speaker and who is the listener, right? This is very important because I do not want to burden you. I do not want to put more on you, okay? So please pay attention to this and make sure that you know what I exactly need from you. So Noura describes to whom. So who said this? Who is the speaker? Again, the speaker is Noura. Describes to mean to whom? To Mrs. Lindy, and Mrs. Lindy, of course, is the listener here. Hope everything is clear now and you know exactly what I want you to remember and to study in this section. So in this quotation, of course, I will read the quotation with you just to give you a better idea about these slides. So in this quotation from Act 1, Noura describes to Mrs. Lindy the circumstances under which she would consider telling Torvald. And Torvald, of course, is the first name of her husband, Helmer. So his name is Torvald Helmer, okay? So you might, in some questions, have this name. You might have the name Torvald. So you need to know who is Torvald. Torvald is Torvald Helmer, who is the husband of Noura, right? So make sure that you know that his name is Torvald Helmer, not only Helmer, because you might have some questions in the exam Helmer, and you might have some question in exam with Torvald. Okay, so please pay attention to this. This is very important, that you need to know that his name is Torvald. His name is Torvald Helmer, and the name of Mrs. Lindy, she has also 2 names. Her first name is Christine Lindy, okay? So you might have some questions like Christine, so you need to know that this is Lindy, Mrs. Lindy, or you might have her name as Lindy. Please pay attention to this because you might have some questions about this. So Noura describes to Mrs. Lindy the circumstances under which she would consider telling Torvald about the secret loan she took in order to save her life. Her claim that she might consider telling him when she gets older and loses her attractiveness is important because it shows that Noura has a sense of the true nature of her marriage, even as early as Act 1. She, this is the continuing the explanation of quotation number 1. She recognized that Torvald's affection is based largely on her appearance, and she knows that when her looks fade, it is likely that Torvald's interest in her will fade as well. Her suggestion that in the future she may need something to hold over Torvald in order to retain his faithfulness and devotion to her reveals that Noura is not naive as she pretends to be. She has an inside, intelligent, and manipulative side that acknowledges, if only in a small way, the troubling reality of her existence. Okay, of course, these lines give us more information about the character of Noura, that she's not that naive person, but she's intelligent, and also she has an insight, and she could deal with the situations, could manage her house in a good way. Now this is the second quotation. Okay, free to be free, absolutely free, to spend time playing with the children, to have a clean, beautiful house the way Torvald likes it. Okay. Now, in this quotation from her conversation with Mrs. Lindy, again, this quotation is said by Noura to whom? To Mrs. Lindy or to Christine Lindy, and it happened also, it occurred in Act 1 also. Noura claims that she will be free after the new year, after she has paid off her debt to Krogstad. While describing her anticipated freedom, Noura highlights the very factors that constrain her. She claims that freedom will give her time to be a mother and a traditional wife who maintains a beautiful home as her husband likes it. But the message of the play is that Noura cannot find true freedom in this traditional domestic realm. As the play continues, Noura becomes increasingly aware that she must change her life to find true freedom, and her understanding of the word free evolves accordingly. By the end of the play, she sees that freedom entails independence from the societal constraints and the ability to explore her life, her own personality, goals, and beliefs, which means that the concept of freedom itself changes to Noura from the beginning till the end, right? So also you need to know this. Concerning this symbol, also a very short quotation, which is something glorious is going to happen. You need also to know who said and to whom. So again, Noura speaks these prophetic sounding words to Mrs. Lindy towards the end of Act 2. So three quotations until now said by Mrs. Lindy, by Noura to Mrs. Lindy or her friend Christine Lindy. So as she tells her about what will happen when Torvald reads Krogstad's letter detailing Noura's secret loan and forgery, the meaning of Noura's statement, the meanings of Noura's statements remains obscure until Act 3, when Noura reveals the nature of the glorious happening that she anticipates. She believes that when Torvald learns of the forgery and Krogstad's blackmail, Torvald will take all the blame on himself and gloriously sacrifice his reputation in order to protect her. And of course this does not happen, because now the attitude of and the reaction of Helmer once he got to know something about the forgery, something about the loan, something about the threat of Krogstad. Of course he did not accept this, and he accused Noura, his sincere wife. He accused her of trying to destroy his happiness, of trying to destroy his future, and all these things. So Noura was deceived. Noura was expecting much from her husband, and of course he did not give her that much, and he did not reach her expectation and her anticipation. So he, as we said, that he did not appreciate, and he was not grateful or thankful to what she did to him. Quotation: when Torvald eventually indicates that he will not shoulder the blame for Noura, Noura's faith in him is shattered. Her faith in him is shattered, is destroyed, is scattered. Once the illusion of Torvald's nobility is crushed, Noura's other illusions about her married life also are crushed as well. And her disappointment with Torvald triggers her awakened, which means that she starts to see him in a different way. She starts to see his face in a different way, to know him in a way that she couldn't know him during all these previous years of marriage, which were about 8 or 9 years. So this reaction and this attitude of Helmer helped her to see him, to awake once more, to know better, to see better the man who she was living with during these previous years. Quotation number 4: from now on, forget happiness. Now it's just about saving the remains, the wreckage, the appearance. Who said this quotation? Torvald speaks these words. So it is not Noura as it happened in the previous 3 quotations, but it is Torvald, her husband, speaks these words, where in Act 3, after learning of Noura's forgery and Krogstad's ability to expose her. Torvald conversation with Noura. So this is the speaker is Torvald, and who is the listener? The listener is Noura. So Torvald conversation with Noura. The one who is speaking to is Noura, the listener is Noura here. Have already made it clear that he is primarily attracted to Noura for her beauty, and that he takes personal pride in the good looks of his wife. He has also shown himself to be obsessed with appearing dignified and respectable to his colleagues. Torvald's reaction to Krogstad's letter solidifies his characterization as a shallow man concerned first and foremost with appearance. So he what he concentrates on more, what he concerns him more, is only the appearance, right? And he, as a shallow man concerned first and foremost with appearance, he does not appreciate, as I said, what Noura did to him. He could not appreciate that treasure, the sacrifice she made to him. Here he states explicitly that the appearance of happiness is far more important to him than happiness itself. So he believes that what he cares more about is the appearance, how he looks in front of the people, and not how he is really, or how he really is, right? Okay, so now these words are important also because they constitute Torvald's actual reaction to Noura's crime, in contrast to the gallant reaction that she expects. Rather than sacrifice his own reputation for Noura's, Torvald seeks to ensure that his reputation remains unsullied. Unsullied, his desire to hide rather than to take responsibility for Noura's forgery proves Torvald to be the opposite of the strong, noble man that he purports himself to be before Noura and society. Quotation number 5, and this is the last quotation here. I have been performing tricks for you, Torvald. That's how I have survived. You wanted it like that? You and Papa have done me a great wrong. It is because of you I have made nothing of my life. Of course, it's quite clear who said this. And it is easy because it's mentioned here the one she speaks to. Of course, Noura is speaking here, and it's a very nice actually quotation. She said, I'd like you to read these nice lines she said to her. You and Papa, her father, have done me a great wrong. You hurt me, you harmed me so much. It's because, why? Because it is because of you I have made nothing of my life. Because of you, because how you got use of me, how you got benefit out of me, how you systemized me, right? I have made nothing of my life. Because why she did not make anything out of her life? Because she lived completely to the others. All the time she was only living for the others, for her husband and for her children, and never thought of herself, never thought of doing something to herself to build her personality, to make an individuality to her, and to see things that can she get benefit from. Now let's see the explanation to quotation number 5. Of course, Noura speaks these words which express the truth that she has gleaned about her marriage. This is what she got at last from her marriage. She got nothing. About marriage, Torvald's character and her life in general, to Torvald at the end of Act 3. She said, so Noura said this to whom? To Torvald, to her husband, at the end of Act 3. It happened at the end of Act 3. She recognizes that her life has been largely a performance. It was like a performance. She was like an actor, not a true person. She has acted the part of the happy childlike wife for Torvald, and before that she acted the part of the happy childlike daughter of her for her father. So she pretended that she is happy in front of her father during the time she lived with her father before marriage, and also she pretended that she is happy in front of her husband while the time of her marriage to him. Which means that, of course, during these years she did not have this self-discovery. She did not know that what she's doing is just like an acting, just like performance, just like pretending. No, she did not know this until she reached the result, the outcome, that she got nothing out of her previous life, either with her father or either with her also her husband, right? So like daughter, she and before that she acted the part of the happy childlike daughter for her father. She now sees that her father and Torvald compelled her, forced her to behave in a certain way, and understands it to be a great wrong that stunted her development as an adult and as a human being. She has made nothing of her life because she has existed only to please men. Following this realization, Noura leaves Torvald in order to make something of her life, and for the first time to exist as a person independent of other people. So Noura, at the end, as you can see, leaves Torvald in order to make something of her life, and for the first time to exist as a person independent of other people. Okay, this is the end of lecture number 9. Thank you very much, and hope you enjoyed it. Inshallah, we will meet just right now, inshallah, in lecture number 10. See you, and all the best to you. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.